What can we do?
So I think there's an inward facing and an outward facing. I think we need to make sure our house is in order. I think one of the challenges is that as our youth in the next generation grow up in this culture, this current paradigm is so strong currently, and the discourse is so powerful that many Muslim youth are just they're internalizing this. Like their fundamental paradigm is sexuality is about choice and about dignity and about affirmation and all of this stuff. And the idea that no, sexuality is a it is a central moral domain
Mm.
that is of central concern to the religion, right? That has rules that govern it that are absolutely central and non-negotiable and are part and parcel of being a Muslim, are ma'luminatin bid-darura and so forth. Like they're losing that perspective because it's not supported in the culture in which they're growing up. So we need to be very forthright, I think, about speaking much more openly about this, about also not just saying, okay, this is halal and this is haram, because that doesn't work if the entire paradigm in which it would make sense to people why it's halal and haram is
Right.
completely desiccated
Mm.
or changed. So I think we need to do two things. One is what you said earlier, is the larger picture of Allah and his reality and his legislation and so on and so forth. And sami'na wa ata'na, and Allah knows what's best for us and legislates for our benefit in general, and show people how that's true in all of these other domains that they can easily appreciate before you get to the kind of thorny questions of gender and sexuality. You show them about alcohol, you show them about riba, you show them about whatever. And okay, yes, 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 they concede to all of that. Say, okay, well, in this domain, why would it be any different? Okay. And then you start, and then what do you do within that? I think we need to reestablish our sexual paradigm as Muslims. How do we view sexuality? What is it? What is its nature? From the big picture angle, not just individual desire, but family, society, so on and so forth, this world, the next, emotional, spiritual, psychological aspects of it, everything that we put together. I think we need to strengthen this by showing people, and it's easy to do, that these are not, okay, if that doesn't convince you yet, or if you still need more to kind of help settle this in your mind, well, let's look at what happens when people leave this divine paradigm. Let's look at some of these studies that are being produced now where people are taking stock of the sexual revolution, and it's absolutely devastating. You can't look at the Quran anymore in the Sharia and look at all of these statistics and have any doubt anymore as to the wisdom and justice and correctness of Allah's moral paradigm. Like if that doesn't convince you, then I don't know, I don't know what will, right? It's very obvious when you look at it. So we need to, I think, equip our communities with this type of knowledge. I think they often say, the best defense is an offense. We cannot be apologetic. Oh no, we're not really patriarchal. We're not this. We're not that. We're like, and then you try to sort of like eke out a space for Islam within this discourse. No, we reject the sexual revolution by and large. I mean, maybe some aspects of it we would agree that yes, this was an excess or whatever, but by and large, we have no truck whatsoever with the basic premises of it. Okay, um, uh, we maintain very strongly our our notion of propriety and decorum in sexual morality. Um, uh, we should be confident in that. And again, something that we teach our youth, this is not something that we need to be embarrassed or apologetic about. To the contrary, this is our strongest selling point, so to speak. I mean, I don't like to use that language, but people are devastated and confused, and people are coming to Islam because it provides them clarity and guidance on these issues as well as others,
Mm.
right? And so we lift our heads high, and we're not arrogant, but we call people to the truth, and we show it to them. ادعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن. We should never forget this verse. Call to the way of your Lord with hikmah, with wisdom and beautiful admonition, and argue with them. Jadilhum,
Mm.
with that which is best. And that means look at this, look at that stats or whatever. So that's within our communities. I think if you show confidence and strength, you will inspire that in youth. If you look like you're beleaguered and hunkering down and, we're a minority in this and that and playing the victim card, which I think is just psychologically a very bad place to be, right? That's never a winning strategy. It's not a winning strategy. So we need to be, bold. We need to be on our feet. We need to kind of be forthright. We need to be also pushing back against the excesses of this movement, especially when they're trying to just force it on everybody, right? Our public schools are not places for sexual indoctrination.